Have you ever wondered if the dead can come back for revenge? What if someone was wronged so terribly in life that their spirit haunts the very place they died, seeking justice? Today, we're going to uncover the spine-chilling tale of Anna Dorothea Swartz and the man who could never escape her wrath, no matter how far or fast he ran. Stay with me till the end, and you decide, was it guilt or something far more sinister that drove him to his doom? Long ago, in the rolling countryside of Catskill, New York, a young Scottish girl named Anna Dorothea Swartz crossed the ocean, hoping to find a new life in America. Instead, she found a nightmare. Anna came to work in a grand stone mansion, owned by a man whose heart was as cold as the stones it was built from, William Salisbury. He wasn't just mean, he was cruel, vicious, and violent. Salisbury had paid for Anna's ticket to America, but little did she know, that was just the beginning of her entrapment. From the moment she arrived, she realized she was nothing more than a slave in his eyes. He told her she wouldn't see a single penny until she had worked off her fare. And so, she toiled under his heavy hand, bruised and beaten, with no way out. Salisbury thrived on her misery, taking every opportunity to lash out, his temper flaring over the smallest things. It didn't take much for him to justify his cruelty. One day, he accused her of eavesdropping. She had simply passed a closed door, but Salisbury's fury knew no bounds. He dragged her outside and whipped her until her skin was raw, the welts crisscrossing her body like a map of her suffering. For Anna, enough was enough. She couldn't bear another day under his roof. She decided to run. Under the cover of darkness, she fled into the woods, her heart pounding in her chest, hoping to escape his monstrous grip. But William Salisbury wasn't about to let her go. As soon as he discovered she was gone, rage consumed him. He mounted his horse and rode out into the night, determined to hunt her down. He chased her through the forest, his eyes wild with fury, until he finally caught up with her. And then, he did something unspeakable. He tied Anna's hands to the tail of his horse and dragged her back to the mansion. The stones on the road tore her fragile body apart, leaving nothing but a bloody, broken shell. By the time they reached the house, Anna Dorothea Swartz was dead. But that wasn't the end of her story. Salisbury was arrested and put on trial for her murder. In court, he tried to claim it had been an accident, that his horse had reared up, throwing him off, and dragged Anna to her death. But no one believed him. His cruelty was well known, and the jury convicted him of murder. He was sentenced to hang. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. Salisbury was wealthy, and as we know, money can buy many things. He bribed the judge, and his death sentence was suspended, until he turned 99 years old, if he lived that long. In the meantime, he was ordered to wear a hangman's noose around his neck as a reminder of his crime. Every year, he had to report to the judge to prove he still wore it. From that moment on, his life was marked by shame. Wherever he went, people pointed, whispered, and stared. The noose around his neck was a constant reminder of the life he had taken. He became a recluse, hiding away in his mansion, haunted by the weight of his sin. But it wasn't just his guilt that followed him. Not long after the trial, eerie whispers began to spread through the town. People claimed they had seen Anna's ghost. Some said she sat on the stone wall at the bottom of his garden, her fingertips glowing with flames, her mouth curled into an unearthly smile. Others claimed they saw her tied to a spectral horse, galloping past Salisbury's window each night, her bloody body flapping like a torn rag in the wind. The sound of hooves echoed through the night, along with her chilling screams. Salisbury couldn't escape her. The ghost of Anna Dorothea Swartz tormented him relentlessly, her cries haunting him every night, driving him deeper into madness. As the years passed, the once proud man became a shadow of himself, consumed by guilt, or perhaps something far more terrifying. One day, his servants found him hanging from the ceiling of his mansion, the very noose he had been ordered to wear tied tight around his neck. Was it guilt that finally drove William Salisbury to end his own life? Or was it the vengeful spirit of Anna Dorothea Swartz, exacting her revenge from beyond the grave? What do you think? Did Salisbury's guilt finally catch up with him, or did Anna's restless spirit take matters into her own hands? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And remember, sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Could it be that in places where such horror has unfolded, the dead are never truly gone? Stay tuned for more haunting tales, and if you dare, subscribe for your next chilling story.